Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Weekly Breakdown by EEO Analytics. Last week I shared some analysis here of what I'm expecting in the market to do. I share some analysis and I would like to go through it before dropping what I am expecting for the market to do the coming weeks. But before that, I would like to go through the fundamentals to see the fundamentals we have for the week and check through the past fundamentals to see what we had last week. Because last week we had news release from the US, first time for a very long time now. We had the NFP data released. The NFP data was actually it was actually good, but the unemployment rate increased. So it was a good NFP data, but the unemployment data increased because one NFP news does not determine the unemployment rate. You need multiple of good news before before you can know the health state of the unemployment. Last week we also had the CPI data for card, which was dovish, but it didn't change the unemployment rate because it was once for a long time now that we had low CPI data for card. So let me go through this week data release. So we can come back to the chart. So this week, Monday, we are going to be having bank holiday for JPYs. So expect low volatility or high volatility for the JPY pairs. Then on Tuesday, we are going to be having the core PPI data for US and retail sales data also. So they haven't dropped the forecast yet for now. They haven't dropped the forecast yet for now. Then on Wednesday, we're going to also be having CPI data for AUD. The forecast hasn't been dropped yet, so then we're also going to be having um, rate statement, monetary policy statement for NZD, forecasted to cut 25 basis points from the previous, which was 2.50. And then on Thursday, we're also going to be having a US bank holiday, Thanksgiving Day, yeah, the Thanksgiving Day. So expect low volatility of the US. Yes. Also, I will advise that if you are a day trader or a scalper, to avoid trading on a bank holiday. I have my reasons, but I don't want to share it. I don't want to be called out, but personally, I would advise not to trade on a bank holiday day. So then on Friday we are going to be having a GDP data for card forecasted at to increase to 0.2%, forecasted to increase to 0.2% for card. So this week what I'm expecting from this PPI related news is going to really impact the market because any news we're going to be having now is really going to impact the market because especially for the US news because for some time now we haven't released some news. So from last week that we received the NFP data. So these are the fundamentals for the week. I like to go through the fundamentals before going to the chart because you need to understand that as a trader, fundamental really impacts the market before technical. Technical just shows you how to enter. Fundamental can give you the overall bias of the fundamental can give you the overall bias of the market. All you just need to do with your technical is to find your entries. So that's why I usually like to go to check the fundamentals before checking the technicals. So let me go back to the chart now to show you guys how to prepare for this fundamental this news, how to enter. So back to the chart. So last week I shared some analysis here. First with the DXY. Last week I said on the DXY that last week that if the market is able to break this trend line, say that if the market is able to bring this trend line, then we're going to have the DXY to move to this place. You can go check it out. Weekly analysis breakdown by EU Analytics episode 2. I drop it here that market is able to bring this trend line that is going to go up here. So it's played out actually as forecasted. But now let me drop what I'm expecting for this week. So like I always say in my video, if you can get the directional bias for the US dollar index, you have solved 90% of what is going to affect you on other pairs. Once you can get the directional bias for the DXY. So basically my bias for the DXY this week is going to be neutral. Why? Because the DXY has been finding it difficult to break this strong resistance zone here. If I check it down from the weekly time frame, you can see the last time we had the rejection down here, market went up and fell back down. Now we are also here, and the shocking point here is now that we are having to touch something like a double top here. We're having something like a double top here. Now market is still there, but what is giving me an edge that the market is going to break out for me is last week we had a bullish weekly candle from the DXY, which puts the market back up here. So giving me like a 60-40 probability of market breaking this place. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for market to react to this place the coming week. I'm going to wait till Monday, Tuesday to see what the market is going to do around this level here. And if you check last week, Friday, we had a double doji candlestick. And from candlestick patterns, we know that a doji signifies reversal. Once the market is in an uptrend for some time, a doji signifies reversal. And here we have a double doji candle, so we might see something like this. You might see a 4 here to somewhere around here next week. I'm not sure yet because I'm not the market, but I'm expecting the market to give us a retracement to somewhere around here, or the market break this zone. So either way the market is ready to go, I'm gonna follow it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on my hands this coming week, sorry, the early week of this week. I'm going to wait for the market to give me a reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'll drop a midweek analysis breakdown. Maybe by Wednesday, Thursday, I'll drop a midweek of what the market. So by that time, the market will have given me a clear direction of where we want to go. So I'll drop it. To know where the market is going. I'll drop it for you guys. So what I'm expecting is the market to give me a reaction from this zone. I'm expecting that a breakout or a little retracement to the downside. So now that we know the directional bias for the DXY that it is neutral, it will make it easy for us to analyze other pairs. So last week I also dropped an analysis on Euro USD. Let me show you guys what it's doing now. So on Euro USD, come on guys, let me take this out. So on Euro USD, I mark out this level that once market is able to break this level and we takes it, that we're expecting it sell to the downside, and the market did as forecasted. Market book with this and it's coming down. Why the market has only given us a new lower low is because of the DXY, what the DXY is doing around that level. So a clear DXY direction is going to decide if we are going to have a lower low for the euro, but I'm not going to be focusing on that this week. I have peers I'm going to be focusing on. Then also I shared analysis on NZD and CHF last week also. Let me go through them before giving you guys my what list for this week. So last week I said for the NZD I'm expecting a little bit adjustment for the market sell. Market gave that, but I was expecting the adjustment to go around this level before coming down, but market fell from there and gave us another lower low here. So that is a theory, a 3-0 analysis here, 3 of my analysis that I drop here. Market expected them. Then also I drop on CHF. I said on CHF that I'm expecting the market to move upward. Market was around here when I said that. Market was around here when I said that. So you can go check it out. EU Analytics breakdown, weekly analytics breakdown by EU Analytics. You can go check it out. Market was around there last week when I said I'm expecting the market to give us a higher high, and we move from here and we have it. You can see played out. It's played out. So it's played out also. So that is the fourth analysis that I dropped last week. Then I also said sorry guys, then on BTC I also dropped an analysis on BTC, which I said was my bang up here. So BTC was around this trend line when I drop it. Let me play this out. So BTC was around there last week when I said I was expecting the market to give us a reaction from this higher time frame trend line. The market failed though and kept dropping to the downside. Market kept dropping to the downside. But as you can see now, we are having some little form of retracement. So for BTC, we are still bullish. We are still bullish on BTC, but our analysis changed. So we're going to be having a new entry on BTC. I'm going to drop that later. I'm going to include that in my midweek analysis breakdown that I promised you guys to do. So I've dropped that at the midweek analysis breakdown on how to restructure for this BTC trade. So guys, let me drop the pairs I have for this week. So firstly, USD CAD. as my latest pair because I like the way it's aligning with the DXY. So as you can see, the US card also has been trending for some time now, but we have this higher high that the market is failing to break here. You can see the market has been basically moving like this. So last week we were unable to break this higher high here, just as the DXY that we were unable to break the high with DXY. So what I'm expecting from this market is for the DXY to give me either a breakout or a fall to level around here. Mind you, this low is not valid. This low is not valid. This low is going to trap many traders. The only time this low will be valid is if this low is able to give us this a new higher high for it to be valid. So guys, this is a tip I'm giving you guys. Now, for a low to be valid, it must give us a corresponding higher high. For a high to be valid, it must give us a corresponding lower low for a downtrend. But for this now uptrend, this low is not valid. This low is not valid. This is still our valid low. This is still our valid low right here. This is our low here. For this low to be valid, market needs to break out from this higher high here to the upside. So once this is able to break this, then this low is valid. But if it don't break it, trust me, if the market is going to come down, don't expect it to look for liquidity around here. It's going to come and pick it around here because this is not able to give us a high. But if this is able to give us an higher high, then this low will become valid. Yeah, that's the tip, guys. So what I'm basically expecting is for the market to either break out to this now upside here, break this high, or give us a retracement to lower. US adjustment lower here. So this is what I'm expecting for CAD. And why I chose this is because it's aligning with the DXY, and I like based on line with the DXY. Because once you can get your analysis with the DXY, it solves most of the problem. Then the second pair on my watch list is GBP/USD. GBP/USD is also aligning with the DXY. As you can see, it has been falling for some time now. It's against the US dollar, so this one is the opposite, is selling. So as you can see now, it has been falling for some time now. Keep seeing lower low here, lower high here, lower low here, lower high here, but we have failed to give us a new lower low here because of the US dollar index also. So I'm expecting the market to give us a lower low the early midweek or break this high here. So the DXY is going to give me the directional bias of what I'll be expecting for the market. So I'm expecting the market to either break this low here the early next week or break this high here. So any of the two that the market give will determine what I'm expecting for GBP. So I'm also going to include it in my midweek breakdown. So I'm going to be including CAD and GBP on my midweek breakdown and also PTC. So guys, I don't want this video to be long because I just want to update you guys on what to expect this week. So this week I'm expecting the DXY to give us a move. A move in the DXY is going to give us the direction of what to expect in other pairs. So guys, stay tuned to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, and also share to the fellow traders. So if we can get a directional bias of the DXY, I'm going to drop this pair. So expect this week for a move for a midweek video from me. So a midweek video from me will solve this. Okay, thank you guys and bye.